Hello, second graders, it's Miss Ha. And do you remember my binoculars from last year? Well, I reused 2 toilet paper rolls to make them, and then I stapled them, and I colored them. And I'm still using them. They help me observe. And today we're going to talk about observation, which is something we regularly do as scientists. And today I'm going to make a concept map. So I'm going to put down my tools for a moment. And I invite you to make a concept map with me. If you want to try this on your whiteboard at home, you can. We're going to do this in our lesson on Zoom, or you've already done it with me, and this is just an extra practice, and I love extra practice. Practice makes practice. So we are going to be discussing using our, can you read that word? Senses. That's it. We've got a lot of senses, and I used to only teach 5 senses, but now science is evolving. That means it's changing, and people and scientists are introducing more senses, so we're going to talk about them today, like 6, 7, 8 even. Now, you saw me using my binoculars, and maybe you have some binoculars too, and that's my sense of what, everybody? Yeah, it's like our sight or our vision. You can use different words to describe this. But one of our senses is sight, and our eyes give us a lot of information about what we observe, what something looks like, right? Now, you also saw my tiny hands, and right now you can even hear my voice, right? You're using your sense of hearing. It's your auditory sense. Some people might call it hearing, listening. You'll hear other scientific words like auditory, which is related to audio, A-U-D-I-T-O-R-Y. That's like listening. That's a scientific word people might use, but I'm going to use this for now. So we have our sight, we have our hearing. I had some coffee this morning, and it tasted a little creamy and bitter and delicious. I use my sense of taste. And we use this every time we experience food, or maybe something else that isn't food that's in our mouth, right? Now I have 2 more senses that you probably know off of the top of your head. We have sight, hearing, taste. Well, I wish you could smell through the camera, but that's one of them. And smell is our olfactory, and olfactory is the nerve that's connected to our brain that gives us information about something we smell. You know, a lot of times when we smell something, we might remember something, or we smell something and we say, man, that sounds like abuela, that smells like abuela's cooking, or that smells so good, that reminds me of blank. That's because our sense of smell is also connected to our memories. It's so cool. Now, I'm going to talk to you about a really important sense. And you see my tiny hands here, and my hands, and my skin, which is my largest organ. And that's my sense of feeling. And in addition to feeling, like, for example, ouch, that's sharp, or painful, or oh, that's nice and soft and smooth, I like that. We have different feelings that we can sense that are inside of our body, and we've practiced that already with the Breathing Spirit Guide. So when you close your eyes and you notice your pulse or your heartbeat, that's a different kind of awareness that's related to your feeling. Called interoceptive awareness. It's a really big word, and I'll talk to you about it more later. The other sense of feeling that you have is with something that you might do in yoga, something that you might do when you're trying to reach to get something. And that kind of sense of feeling is called proprioception, but I'm going to use the word balance right now. And balance is a really important sense for athletes, for animals, for humans. Balance really helps us. So these are some different senses that we're learning about in science and that we use to observe the world around us. And when you're in science this week, please make sure, always cap your markers. Keeps them nice and moist. Miss Panto says you can put them face down. Bring your whiteboard, and if you have an eraser you can reuse again and again. We're going to make a concept map, and if you want to rewatch my video, you can make your own concept map again or do it for the first time. Okay, see you later. Bye.